This made landfall as a Category 4 map,
Yeah.
but is that still the strength of the storm right now?
Good question. We're down to Category 1.
Okay.
But it's so impressive that we're just outside of Atlanta and still at Category 1, though.
Wow.
So that's a long distance, big distance. The rain is already here. The wind's already picking up a little bit. It's going to be a gradual process. Every hour, we're probably going to add maybe 5 miles per hour to the wind speed. Okay. By this afternoon, we could have some wind gusts near 60 miles per hour. Whew. Power outages are probably going to be a problem later today.
So that is why it's a weather impact alert day for us,
exactly.
because we will be feeling this here.
Exactly. A lot of things going on here on a Friday evening. Of course, we got the pep rally, and then we've got a lot of football games. So we got to get to the forecast. I want to show you the timing of the rain and the timing of the wind. We're going to start with the wind. That's the biggest story. It is going to be wet all day. But it's very rare to get high wind warnings. We haven't had any since January. The warning goes into effect from noon to 11 o'clock tonight. For the rest of this morning, it is going to be breezy, but those winds will really pick up after lunchtime today. And most of us in central Indiana are in the high wind warning. Once you get north towards Tipton and Kokomo, it's a wind advisory. Winds will be just a little bit lighter to the north. But there's the rain. We don't have any downpours. We've got a lot of showery weather. It gets a little bit heavier south towards Bloomington and Columbus, but right now it's dreary. And plus with that wind, I tell you what, it is kind of tough out there driving, and it's just going to get tougher as we head into the afternoon and evening. We're expecting wind gusts to top out 40 to 60 miles per hour. That's not going to say it's going to be blowing 60 miles per hour constantly. We're probably going to be sustained closer to 30 miles per hour. But every once in a while you'll get a gust up to 60, and those kind of gusts could cause some power outages and also bring some trees down, some limbs down, and we're probably going to lose a lot of leaves too. Make sure right now, if you don't have it completely charged, get all your devices juiced up and ready to go just in case you get some power outages. The reason why we've got so much wind is Hurricane Helene, the remnants of it, coming towards us, but then it's going to take a turn to the west. And as it does so, we're going to slingshot all this wind across central Indiana. You're taking a look at some of these estimated wind speeds between 40 to 60 plus miles per hour, right from about 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. And then we'll slowly calm things down throughout the overnight hours. So when we're looking at these wind speeds, by lunchtime, we're in the 40s for those gusts. Then we get close to 60 right around 6 p.m. There in the evening, that's when we're going to be the windiest, and it's also going to be pretty rainy too. When we're talking about those top wind gusts, we think 60 mile per hour gusts are likely from Indianapolis south to about Columbus, Bedford, and Seymour. We'll extend that east too. Richmond, Connorsville, Rushville, Greensburg were included as well. You get a little bit lighter the farther north you go. Tell you what, it's going to be very rough there at the pep rally outside Lucas Oil as the rain and the wind just keep on coming. It's crazy to be tracking things from east to west. That's just because of the bands and how they rotate counterclockwise around a tropical system. Rain on and off throughout the day, but a good soaking comes in right around 4 or 5 o'clock, and that's when the winds are going to be picking up too. That rain is going to be blowing sideways. It is going to be very rough, and on top of the wind, could be a decent amount of rainfall. This is not just today. This is extended Friday all the way through Sunday. There's a good shot that many of us across central Indiana are talking about 1 inch, maybe 1 to 2. Once you get south towards Bedford, maybe 2 to 3, maybe even close to 4 inches there outside the suburbs of Louisville. So that's why we have that weather impact today. More rain likely throughout the weekend. We're going to have your college football forecast coming up for your Saturday here in just a little